Hello, everyone. Welcome to this year's World Speech Day 2023. As we engage with our communities, sharing ideas for a better world, I would like to speak to the topic personal responsibility as a prerequisite for emotional stability. Personal responsibility basically speaks to doing what we have to do when we have to do it. When we take personal responsibility, we create what happens with us, thereby claiming the power of choice. And that means making a conscious decision to be responsible for our own actions on a daily basis without placing blame on other people. This means we are willing to live life on life terms and not use that as an excuse. Taking personal responsibility does not mean holding on to blame, self-criticism, and guilt. Rather, it means looking at how we can be accountable for our own choices, our feelings, thoughts, and behaviors. More importantly, taking personal responsibility helps us to see what actions we can take, what actions we need to take if we want to make different choices and have different results, even as we move our lives forward. Each person is an expert on him or herself. And so it is up to us to take responsibility for our own wellness and emotional stability. Sometimes this means retaking responsibility for our lives that we gave up in the past. Ultimately, the decision is up to us on how we choose to take our life, to move our life forward. Taking personal responsibility for our own life helps us to achieve the highest level of wellness, happiness, and life satisfaction. In the long term, this will minimize stresses and ensure that we experience emotional stability needed for success as we achieve our goals in life. Here are a few ways in which we can take personal responsibility. To begin with, ensure that as much as possible, you make decisions and do things for yourself, which is what I refer to as self-reliance. Every individual ensures that you take decisions for yourself and avoid being overly dependent on other people. In addition to being self-reliant, it is also important that we are as reliable as possible. That way, we need to follow through with our promises or assurances. When we have given our word to people, situations, or circumstances, it is important that we follow through with our commitment. That way, we are taking personal responsibility and being reliable. Another way in which we can take personal responsibility is apologizing when we have made mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. Most importantly, we need to acknowledge the mistake, apologize for it, and move forward. We do not need to feel stuck as a result of one mistake. The last point I would like to make in taking personal responsibility is be your own manager. Make decisions for yourself. Determine what happens to you, how it happens, where it happens, and the results you want. Be your own manager. Do not put decision-making as far as your life is concerned in the hands of other people. So when we take personal responsibility, we avoid the idea of being afraid to make decisions. Be responsible. Being responsible for our own lives ensures that we decide and determine what happens to us, how it happens, and the outcomes we get. I hope that we have learned a thing or two, and I look forward to interacting and engaging with our communities. Let's go on and share these ideas for a better world. Happy World Speech Day 2023.